If a man said to me that Peak Challenge is not for him, I would ask him what he enjoys doing. Find that common chord that all men have. Men love adventure, they love risk, they love adrenaline, and Peak Challenge really provides a lot of that. It's really kind of an open door for men to step through that may not have any kind of religious background or may not have any kind of relationship to God, and it really provides them really an opportunity to connect with men on a very personal and close relationship basis while having fun, while shooting guns, while whitewater rafting. So if I connect with the guy's heart first, I can get into Peak Challenge.
So Dave Rettel and I were professional colleagues, and in a couple of personal discussions at work, he had mentioned to me this event that he had put on, and he suggested that I come along. And I think the first time he mentioned that to me, I didn't really take it very seriously, and I thought, well, I'm not a member of your church, and so that wouldn't really be right. And I think maybe after the third time you mentioned it, I said, well, I'm going to do this. And so Andrew and I decided to come along, and we were scared. We didn't know what to expect. We were wholly unprepared, cold, wet that first year. But subsequent to that, I ran into a colleague of mine at church, and I mentioned to him that, hey, you should go on this event. And long story short, from that reaching out and mentioning the event to him, I think maybe my circle of participants is somewhere in the 6 range now. And so those men and their sons are now participating in Peak Challenge, and as soon as Peak gets over, we talk about next year.
In our everyday lives, we just don't get challenged physically that much, a lot of us. So, you know, I'm an optometrist, so I stand up and sit down and flip dials all day, and it's not that challenging. So it gives me something physically to go after and a goal to keep myself in shape and to keep where I need to be. But spiritually, you see a lot of guys, and myself included, where you just learn so much by talking with guys and through the windshield time that you have on the drive out there, and the time when you're just sitting around camp, or even, you know, when you're out doing those physical things, where you learn a lot from each other about just how everyday guys live a life in Christ.
If I'm telling my neighbor at Peak Challenge, it doesn't take a whole lot to say, I'm going to camping in Leadville, we're going to climb a mountain, you want to be there? And it's a yes if their calendar works. One of the things I tell guys is, you can't talk about the weather for 5 hours. On Sunday morning or over the fence, you can say, hey, how are you? It's a sunny day, it's raining, whatever, and go on your way. But when you're hiking with a guy for 4, 5, 6 hours, you're going to talk about stuff that matters, and you just don't find that in a lot of places. And so, to me, it's the hiking's fun, the ropes course is fun, but the sustained conversation with guys is invaluable.
It's about going out there and just surrounding yourself with your band of brothers to make sure that you know that God has surrounded you with men that need to be in your life.